Hey everyone, this is Power Glove Pixels and Spider Empire.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So today we're gonna have our top arcade games growing up, um, and let me start by saying that I wasted a lot of quarters back in the day. I'm pretty sure you did too, right?
Oh yeah, same here, dude. Same here.
Yeah, I remember playing Pac-Man was one of my early games, and Galaga. I remember
Yeah, I remember those.
those were really some of the games that I grew up, as a kid.
Right.
But it kind of sucks that arcades died, It's kind of
Yeah, and what sucks also is that they're all scattered nowhere near us.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have to drive far to
Right.
find one,
Yeah.
and hopefully by the time we go back again, it's still around.
Right. All right. Let's start this list with you, Spider Empire. Let's see what you
All
got
right. The first one is Mario Brothers, the original Mario Brothers
first. Okay.
arcade.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the old school one. If anybody remembers, it's the one where the enemies come out of the pipes. You have to jump underneath them
Right.
to flip them over on their backs,
Yeah, I remember.
and that's the
game.
only way you could kill them, like that.
Right.
And
That
then jump on top.
that was on the NES too, right? I think it came out. On
Yeah.
the NES,
Yeah, one of the, I believe, original Black Labels.
yeah. Okay. Isn't that game expensive on the NES?
I'm not sure, dude.
Because I think I was looking for it the other day and it wasn't cheap. It was more than 20 bucks, I remember. More than 15, I would say, for that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that game, Mario Brothers, playing as a kid. I do remember seeing the original Super Mario Brothers, that one in arcade, but I never got
Yeah.
around to playing it.
Right. Well, that one by, let's see, it was before CVS was around, or Rite Aid. There was
Right.
a store called Thrifty
Oh,
over
yeah,
here
I
in
remember.
LA.
Yeah, I
And,
remember that place.
Yeah, they would have that arcade cabinet outside. Also, they would have Popeye and some other ones.
Didn't that place have ice cream?
Yeah, they still do. They still do.
Yeah,
They haven't
and-
taken that out.
And
but-
actually, it's pretty good. Their ice cream is pretty
Yeah.
good. I remember their ice cream from there.
Yeah, yeah, after Rite Aid took over and there's
Right.
no more arcades, nothing like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
All right. For my choice, is gonna have to be Final Fight. I remember playing that as a kid. I would go to my local 7-Eleven. I don't remember your local 7-Elevens. I don't know if you remember. They used to have arcades back in that time. And,
I never visited a 7-Eleven, but yeah.
okay.
I remember one of my friends telling me that.
They had Final Fight, and I would play like with my friend, co-op.
Right.
The original, because see, the original Final Fight on arcades is co-op. The
Yeah,
original,
2 players.
Yeah, on the Super Nintendo, when it came to the home console, it was a 1-player game until I think part 2 and 3 introduced the 2-player co-op, which is kind of
Yeah.
weird, but I really liked that game a lot.
Right.
Playing it as a kid, I used to be, I think, Guy. I think that's his name. I
Yeah.
used to pick him. He was one of my favorite characters. It was a cool game, going through the city and beating up people.
Right.
It was pretty fun. It was fun.
All right.
All right, what do you have for us?
Okay. My next one is Double Dragon.
Double
original.
Dragon, yeah.
On the arcade.
Yeah, I love that game. That game is actually.
Yeah. Right after school, me and my
Right.
friends would go across the street to
Right.
where they have snacks and all that.
Right.
A little convenience store. We would
Right.
go in and basically waste our quarters playing that.
Wow, that was a great game. I remember playing that. That was a
Yeah.
game. I think that even came out to Xbox Live Arcade a couple years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good game.
Yeah, it
That's a
has.
good game. Okay. For me, Ninja Turtles 18, 18. I was gonna say 1989 arcade. If you remember that game, was really fun
Yeah.
playing it.
Yeah. 4 players,
4
another quarter
players.
muncher.
Yeah, that's a pretty good game. I used to pick Leo, which is my favorite Ninja Turtle.
Right.
That game was really fun. I believe even Turtles in Time, right, was also on arcades. I believe Turtles in Time, the one that was on Super.
No.
That never came out to the.
No.
So there was only one Ninja Turtles game back then. That was that.
Yeah, just the 4-player arcade.
Oh, okay. Because I remember playing that game. but I only play that with 2 people. I could never get 4 people playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Plus, the space was not that big,
Right,
to do the 4-player.
right, right. Yeah, I remember playing that game as a kid. Yeah. All right. What do you have for us?
The next one is Ninja Gaiden, the arcade game.
Oh, okay. I never. I think I did see it, but I never played it. I played it only on the NES. I would see it on arcade.
Yeah,
but-
it's just like the NES game. It's a scrolling beat 'em up, but this one
Mhm.
is a bit more slower.
Okay.
The characters move slower.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, graphically,
Different, and also different bad guys.
because I remember I saw pictures of it and it actually looked, the characters look bigger, like they look actually.
Yeah.
I remember they would look actually pretty big,
Yep.
Yeah, that was. I never got around to playing it in arcades, but I do. I did play it on the NES, which actually was good on the NES. It was very, very good. All right, my next game is gonna have to be Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
There were so many Street Fighter 2s. There was Hyper Fighting. Even that one you were telling me the other day. It was what was it, like a Rainbow Edition, like a hack version?
Oh
or
yeah,
something?
yeah.
And
the
for me,
hack
Street
version.
Fighter 2, at the time there was nothing like that. It was just amazing looking at these, people fighting and their moves.
Right.
A lot of people complain that it's very tough. I don't know if you noticed that. A lot of people complain that it's very hard to pull the moves, but for me, it was a great game, and
Right.
all the characters and the storylines, and it was a cool game, And when it came on the Super Nintendo, wow, I had to have it on the Super Nintendo, have that home experience, the arcade experience on the home.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing having Street Fighter 2. It was hands down, that's still my favorite game on the right now. So, all right, what do you have for us?
I have the original Street Fighter.
Original Street Fighter. I
Yeah.
never played that on arcade. I never.
Yeah, not a lot of people played it because it is a epitome of a quarter muncher. It is hard as balls, dude.
Wow, never played it.
Yeah. You try to do the Hadouken or the Hurricane Kick, it would not come out. You would be lucky if any of those specials come out.
Wow. So that came out what in the 80? I would say that would come out like 80 something, right? In the 80s, late.
Probably 88, 89. Around there.
Right. Because Street Fighter 2, that one came out in 91, I believe. And then,
Yeah, 91, 92.
Yeah, 91, 92. So that one's definitely 80s.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of I don't know if you played this game, Karate. On arcade.
Yeah, it's
called?
no, there was an arcade called Karate Champion or something like that.
There we go. Yeah, and it was kind of like stiff. I don't know the character.
Yeah.
It kind of
The
reminded me of that.
animation was stiff.
Yeah, that's
also.
what I remember of that game.
And I believe I'm not 100% sure because like I said, haven't played that damn arcade in a long time. I think it was only 2 buttons. I think.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure, but
Wow,
it might have been 2 buttons
Wow.
as well, just
and I
like
be-
Karate
and I-
Champions.
And I believe it only had what Ryu and Ken, right? It didn't have any other.
Yeah, you could only probably choose Ryu.
Yeah. I remember
that time. But yeah, you would fight against Ken, Sagat,
Yeah, I remember.
Birdie, the original Birdie, who was a white boy punk rocker, not a black dude.
Right. All right. For me, I remember playing this as a kid. It's Primal Rage.
Oh yeah, I remember playing that one.
It was kind of cool, looking at the, I think it was like a King Kong looking character or gorilla. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was 2 gorillas, King Kong.
Yeah.
It was a red one and a white one.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it had dinosaurs and it had fatalities, I believe. It had like
Yeah.
It was a great. I mean, I played it as a kid. It was a fun game playing it, and I believe it also came out to Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis back in the time.
Yeah.
Which is it's pretty good. All right. What do you have? What's your next?
My next one is X-Men Arcade.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I never played that.
It's also another 4-player.
Yeah, I never. I saw it, but I just never got around playing it.
Yeah, I played it. I usually chose Wolverine.
Oh yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, but once in a while I would choose probably Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
more.
I know Cyclops was in there as well.
Yeah, it was I believe Cyclops, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and
Storm, I believe Storm.
no,
Yeah,
no, no, not
wasn't
not
Storm in
not
there?
Storm. No. What's her name? What's her name?
Uh,
Jesus. It was a white girl.
Rogue.
No, 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 no. Dude, I have her in the tip of my brain. Um,
Yeah. Uh, I can't remember.
well, yeah, that was one. I
There
keep
was
forgetting her name.
another one though. Okay, that's cool. All right, for my next one is gonna be The Simpsons.
Okay.
I like that game a lot. It was fun playing. Did you ever play that back in the day?
Yeah.
That was a
Mhm.
fun game. You know, having all the characters, especially if you had 4 people, it was fun
Right.
going through these levels. I think you were trying to save one of the members from one of your family members. You know,
Right.
it was a fun game. I played that a lot. I like the clown, one of the clown levels, like in the clouds. It was pretty cool.
Right.
It was a pretty cool game. All right, what do you have for us?
I never played this a lot, but when I got the chance, I did.
Mhm.
Was King of Fighters.
King of Fighters. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Same thing. Go to an arcade, see it. If nobody's playing in it,
No,
I would
no.
play it.
No, was that part of the SNK
Yeah.
3 games in 1 or something like that? Back
Yeah.
then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I believe that one. It was the 4 games in
Right,
one
right.
cabinet,
Okay.
and the other ones were, I believe, Metal Slug,
Right. Yeah.
a soccer game. I can't remember the name of it because I played that one too.
Yeah, I remember that soccer game. Was that any good? I never. Played
Yeah,
it.
yeah. When I played it, yeah,
Okay.
it was good.
Okay. All right. For me, the next one, Fatal Fury. I think that was gonna be our next Neo Geo game. I would say.
Right.
I like Neo Geo games, but the problem is, when they released the home console, it was expensive. The Neo Geo.
Oh
I remember
yeah,
back then.
yeah,
I believe
yeah. Because it was nearly an arcade perfect machine.
Yeah, it was just even to this day.
Oh yeah,
system
still
is
expensive.
The cartridges are like they can range up to $1,000 depending on what
Yeah.
you're looking. That's an expensive system to have. You know? I mean,
Yeah, if you guys wanna get in fucking SNK stuff, Neo
Mhm.
Geo,
Mhm.
go for the arcade and buy the cartridges for the arcade.
yeah.
It's way cheaper than buying the damn
original.
home. Yeah, the home console shit.
Right,
man.
right, yeah, because it was ridiculous. That's why I never got that back in that time.
Yeah.
I never had a Neo Geo. It was just way out of my hand. You know,
Yeah.
way too expensive. All right, what else you have for us?
Art of Fighting. It's
Okay.
another Neo Geo and
Yeah, I
SNK.
remember. You know, that main character reminds me of a little bit of Van Damme. I remember back in the.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if you've seen the cover.
Yeah. And he's a Spaniard or a Latino.
Yeah, because his hair is backwards. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that
Yeah.
movie Double Team. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
With-
No, not Double Team.
No,
Impact.
double impact. There we go. Double Team. I'm thinking of with this other movie with Redman. It was
No, not Redman. Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. Yeah, I'm all the place.
Yeah, and also the reason I played it because one character of that from there,
Right.
they basically copied fucking Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter.
Wow. I remember they used to zoom in and out, which was pretty cool back then.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
It was a really
that was
cool
a
game.
cool.
Going through, fighting different people and then zooming in
Yeah.
and out. It was pretty fun. All right, for me, Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct 1 and 2, I remember playing that.
Right.
I love Killer Instinct. I used to pick Jago and I believe Orchid.
Right.
And on Killer Instinct 2, I believe Tusk and Full War, I believe I would pick.
Okay.
I mean, I love those games, Killer Instinct.
Right.
Later, it came out to 64, right? The gold version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Killer Instinct Gold.
Part 2 became gold.
And then I think the Xbox One has the arcades, which that's awesome. It has the arcades.
Yeah. And online for
yeah.
those arcades.
Right. I think that's awesome that they have that. I mean, on Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else you have for us?
I got the Mortal Kombat series on
wow.
arcade.
Yeah, I remember. That game.
Seeing the first Mortal Kombat in arcade, it was
Right.
like, what the fuck is this shit?
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a long line. Everybody started playing that thing.
What did you think of it when you saw fatalities for the first time? It was something.
I was like, what the fuck? It has to be some sort of bullshit fake game that they put.
Yeah. I remember playing. as a kid, I didn't really play too much of the first one, but I did play
The second one.
The second one. The second one, you know, I don't know. It has something special. It was just fast. It was very fluid. I think it had babality, I believe, right?
Yeah. Friendship.
It was just like a complete package. Mortal Kombat 2 was just hands down. To me personally, is my favorite out of the series.
Right. Then Mortal Kombat 3 came out.
Okay. I never really.
People were kind of like not too sure about that game because they added a run button.
Oh yeah, and some people complain about that.
And they also added combos.
Okay, which I think they were trying to get that idea from Killer Instinct at the time. I don't even remember.
Yeah, and also the other fighting games that had combos.
Exactly. So they were kind of getting.
Yeah, and it was weird when I played it. I was like, "What the hell?" And they were missing other characters that they introduced.
Right.
So then I don't know if it was a year later. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 came out, and they basically filled the roster, brought back old characters.
Okay. So it's more. So that's a better version then. That's like a better version then.
Yeah. Okay. It's a better version.
Okay. And then after that, Mortal Kombat X is a new one, right? The new one.
The one that just came out was X,
which is pretty good.
The last arcade was Mortal Kombat 4. Their first entry into the this whole CG
world. Right. Yeah, I do remember that one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. For me, it's gonna have to be Dead or Alive. Did you ever play that in arcades?
I think I did, but I believe that's when the arcades started to die.
Right. I mean, for me, Dead or Alive, when that came out, it was around the time of the Dreamcast, if you remember.
Yeah. So then that's when the arcades started to die.
Yeah, I would say that the Dreamcast was the nail in the coffin, because the Dreamcast at the time, the graphics were amazing.
Yeah.
And the way it worked, so I mean, just the way it worked, everything was just amazing. What else you have for us?
Okay, I don't know if a lot of people remember this one, but Double Dragon, the movie arcade.
No,
Basically, you haven't played that? No. That's another SNK game. It's basically loosely based on the Double Dragon movie that came out that year.
Oh, okay. So it's based on that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but the characters are not. They do not resemble the movie characters.
So it's just kind of like a fighting game,
Yeah.
So it's not like the other game, right? Street Fighter 2, the movie, right? It's not that type of style.
No.
Okay, makes sense. I never got around to that playing that one, but I wouldn't mind trying it out.
Yeah.
My next game is Soul Edge. Did you ever play that?
Yeah, I did.
I did play that a lot in arcade, but I played it more on the PlayStation. It got changed to Soul Blade. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you knew this, but originally it was Soul Edge on the arcade, and then it changed to Soul Blade on the PlayStation, and then on the Dreamcast it became Soul Calibur, which that's what they left it at after. Soul Calibur 2, 3, and 4. But I used to like the intro of that game in particular. Did you ever see the intro to that game? It was actually pretty cool.
Dude, it's been a long time. I have no recollection on it.
I really like the intro. It's pretty cool. I mean, I really like that intro, and I like the game. The characters were cool, and Mitsuruki and everything. It was a really cool game. All right, what else you have for us?
I have. Speaking of another movie, gone arcade fighter, Street Fighter 2.
Oh, okay.
The movie.
Yeah, I never played that in arcades.
I did. Yeah, they added 2 characters.
Okay.
It was Takeda or Takada.
Okay.
Or Tanaka.
So that's based on the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
Straight movie, so it has that.
Yeah, and the Shadowloo Soldier.
I heard that it's not a bad game. I heard it's a really good game.
It's an okay game. I think they could have done better.
What systems did that come out? Do you know what systems that came out? Because I think it did come on the PlayStation. Yeah,
2.
PlayStation,
I believe.
PlayStation and Sega Saturn, I believe. Yeah,
PlayStation 2 and Sega Saturn, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think it ever came out to Nintendo 64 or
Oh no.
or
No.
Sega Dreamcast, because I have the collection.
No,
I
no.
don't think so.
Maybe Xbox. I'm not
Xbox.
100% sure as an Xbox Live thing.
No, I don't think so. Because I've been getting
Okay.
Xbox Live Arcade since it came out. That service for the 360.
Okay.
They released a lot of arcade games there, but they never released that. All right, for me, the last one is gonna have to be WWF WrestleMania.
Okay.
Did you ever play that as a kid? That game was just fun playing that.
Right.
I used to like this like Royal Rumble they used to have in that game. I don't know what it was, but
Oh yeah. I remember it.
and
Yeah.
the characters they were really cool. And back
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, I
80s,
played that one
90s.
also a lot.
I was really
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I played the Royal Rumble version, the inside the arcade,
Hmm.
and the tag team.
Right. Okay. I remember playing that game so much because I
Yeah.
was so into wrestling
Yeah.
at that time. I used to be obsessed with Hulk Hogan and Undertaker at that time.
Yeah, for me, the Warrior, the
Oh
Ultimate
yeah,
Warrior.
and the Warrior as well. And I remember going to my local rental place and renting, like these like WrestleMania matches. You know how they used to have like
Yeah.
WrestleMania this and that.
Mhm.
And I remember, playing that arcade at that rental movie spot. So,
Yeah.
that game is definitely a great game. So that's pretty much our list. Anything else you want to say about arcades? I mean, it kind of sucks they died.
Yeah, it sucks, man. You guys would have enjoyed going.
To arcade,
and playing.
Yeah, it was cool going back there. And,
Yeah.
did it exist by your house? Any place like that? or-
No. Well, now, no, there's none.
Okay.
Back then, yes.
Okay, because right here there used to be a place right here by Vermont,
Mhm.
it used to be a place I used to go all the time. So it wasn't bad, but it was
Right.
I used to waste a lot of quarters, and also with family members I used to go also play a lot of arcades. It was really fun. So that was pretty much it. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is pretty much a mini podcast of our top arcade games growing up. So
Yep.
let us know what your top arcade games growing up it is, and let us know. And that's pretty much it. On our next podcast, we're going to be talking about our top NES games, Nintendo Entertainment. Look forward to that. And that's pretty much it, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you guys like our list. And yeah, so this is Power Glove Pixel signing out. And
Spider Empire. See you guys next time.
yeah, all right, laters.